We've long wanted wearable smart devices that aren't just for making calls or showing the time, but that we can actually have conversations with. Well, that time has arrived because here are the Blitzwolf smart glasses, which they're practically giving away for just 17,000 forints. In this video, I'll show you what they can do, so stay with me. As usual, we'll go through a lot of things in the video. I'll talk a bit about the glasses, show you the app, I'll show you what they can do, and we'll also talk about the smart features. Let's start with the exterior, which is one of the most important things since we're talking about a wearable device where looks really matter. Now, at first glance, these look like completely simple glasses with clear glass or plexiglass, but looks can be deceiving because the plexiglass inside darkens in the light. So if I go out into the sunlight with these now, they turn into sunglasses. The glasses, by the way, only weigh a few grams, and well, they look just like a normal pair of glasses. Maybe the arms are a bit thicker, though with today's designer glasses, you often see thick arms like these. The battery is built into this arm, the Bluetooth connector is built in, and there's also a touch-sensitive surface that we can use to change the volume. There are two buttons on the top, a power button, and we can use this to start video recording, and there's another button that we can use to activate image recognition, for example. On the front of the glasses, we find a camera and also a light. The light is there so that when the camera starts recording, the light begins to glow and everyone can see that we're making a video recording. By the way, we also find other lenses in the package. You can swap them out. There's also a blue light filtering lens included, and that'll be good for those who want to wear the glasses while working during computer work. It's also important to mention about the battery that it allows for roughly a half-hour video recording. Other functions, well, they last a bit longer, but of course this isn't a device designed for all-day use. The battery is still a bit small for that, maybe in a future version. What can the glasses do? Well, obviously, as I said, there's a camera in it. You can take videos with the camera, you can take photos with it. There's a speaker and a microphone in it too, which means that if you have them on your head, you don't need to use a separate headset because you hear the sound in both ears through the speaker, and the person you're talking to on the other end hears what you're saying. I've tried this out. I've had longer phone conversations with it. I could hear my partner well, and they said they could hear me well too, so there's no problem with the sound quality. This thing is also good for listening to music. True, it won't be a hi-fi headphone, but for example, it's great because you're walking on the street. You hear your music, but it doesn't drown out the noises of the outside world, so you won't walk under a bus or a train if you're listening to music through these. First, I'd like to show you what kind of videos and photos you can take with it. And well, I have to say, it's not perfect. So the camera inside isn't exactly a professional solution, even though it has some kind of likely software-based shake reduction. And you can see that in the footage because the shots really don't shake. However, the camera doesn't like too much light, nor does it like low light, and it doesn't handle sudden changes in lighting well either. Despite this, the pictures taken with it aren't bad, they're not unusable. But if you have a mobile phone with you, you're better off taking photos and videos with that. So why is this thing good? What can it be used for? Well, it's actually great if, for example, you're cycling or scootering, both hands are busy, and you still want to record video of your surroundings or the scooter, or whatever you're moving on, then you can do it because the glasses will be on your head and you'll record what you see. These are the basic functions, and besides these, we find a bunch of other features that we'll access through the app, which I'll show you now. The app itself isn't too complicated. It responds to the name Hey Cyan, which just activated the voice recognition on the glasses. So we have a very simple interface. As you can see we have three buttons at the top: video, photo, and voice recording. Below that is an intelligent image recognition feature, which we'll also try out. Plus there are two guides for usage, and underneath we find the translation assistant. So that's pretty much the interface. There are 4 tabs at the bottom. On the second tab, we find the conversations we've had with the glasses, and here we also find the images that were created during the conversation. On the third tab, we find the gallery where all the photos and videos we've taken are located. The fourth tab is for our own settings, though there's not much of interest there. So using this app is very simple. It supports Hungarian, but it's not just the app that knows Hungarian. Naturally, the AI built into the app also supports Hungarian. This means that the glasses themselves aren't smart. The glasses are just with this medium, The app and your phone will do the work for you, handling all the complex processes in the background, and you can easily access these advanced AI features directly through the glasses with the help and support of the app. Now, I'll demonstrate and show you a few interesting things, highlighting what works in this app and what it can be used for in your daily life. Let's try them out together. We can wake up the glasses with the simple voice command, "Hey Cyan," just as I woke them up again by saying it out loud. "Hey Cyan, what's the weather like in Zalagazig?" In Zalagazig,
the weather is cloudy, and it might rain. According to the latest hourly forecast, at 9 o'clock the temperature is around 1 degree Celsius. The wind is blowing from the east at 8 kilometers per hour. The humidity is very high, at 95%. Cloud cover almost completely covers the sky, at 99%. Small amount of precipitation is expected, 0.12 millimeters.
This was a relatively simple thing to do, mainly because there is actually something much more interesting and exciting than this particular example. For instance, there are fascinating fields such as object and image recognition, as well as building recognition, which are all quite advanced and intriguing. We're going to test this capability right now, and I'll demonstrate it by showing the glasses this specific building in front of us. I think everyone here probably recognizes this building, but let's see if the artificial intelligence system is able to recognize it as well. Hey Cyan, can you tell me what building do I see right now on the tablet's display?
On the tablet display, the Hungarian Parliament building, that is, the Hungarian Parliament building in Budapest, on the Danube bank. The building is in neo-Gothic style, and it's one of Europe's largest and most beautiful parliament buildings. In the picture, it's illuminated in a night scene, reflecting in the water. In the Danube, it's likely an official or tourist photo, which highlights the building's symmetry and detail. The characteristic dome, the towers, as well as the facade details, clearly point to the Parliament building.
So that's it. However, it can actually recognize more than just these. I brought a little plush toy for this demonstration, and let's see what it says about it. Hey Cyan, what kind of plush toy do you see on the table?
On the table is a plush toy, or more precisely, we see a small pig, possibly with a deer-like scarf, which is likely made as a domestic pig or a guinea pig. The plush toy has a brown-colored body, and its middle part has a white, gauze-like or knitted band around it, which could be a surgical bandage, a decorative band, or simply part of the plush pattern. On its head are two small white ears.
Okay, I think we'll leave it at that. The point is that it has object recognition in it, although sometimes it doesn't recognize objects perfectly, but let's just say that I've tried it with many types of objects, and actually there wasn't a big problem with it, because it recognized everyday objects quite well, for example, but it's also perfect for recognizing flowers that we don't know. So it can provide information about all sorts of things, and well, this is, again, I think it's a really cool thing. But what I like even more than that is the translation feature, because these glasses with this app and the AI can actually translate too. I might not have mentioned yet that the built-in AI is a scaled-down version of ChatGPT 4, which is already capable of communicating in Hungarian and recognizing what it sees, so it's good for the features the glasses need and is relatively cheap to use. So this is what's built into this application. But how is the translation itself really? I'm going to show you an example of that now, and I'll do it by showing a video in a foreign language. These glasses will translate this video in real time. To do this, we'll need to select translation on our phone screen, and then we'll choose synchronous translation. I've already set it up here, so we're ready to begin. Czech will be the source language for the text, and Hungarian will be the language it's translated into, and for this, I've chosen a Czech video whose text the app will interpret and subtitle, and the Hungarian text will also appear below it, and the glasses will speak the Hungarian text into our ears. I'll start it, and
let's see how it goes and observe the results together. It was, quite simply, absolutely and completely clean in every possible way. You won't find anything at all here, not a single speck or mark. The lenses, of course, do touch, but they're clean, spotless, and perfectly clear, so please take care of them, handle them gently, and you can be truly proud of them. Also, your sunglasses, which I think are just fine, and the glasses. Both are in excellent condition, and that's something to appreciate.
Front frame. Well, the thing is, of course, this translation isn't perfect, so it definitely can't replace a simultaneous interpreter, but is definitely good enough to understand the gist of a video, for example, or if we're talking to someone, we'll roughly understand what they're saying. For more common languages like English, the translation quality is much better, by the way. Well, it seems Czech isn't quite among the world's major languages yet. Anyway, there's another really good translation feature in this device that I definitely want to show you, which I like because it's a very simple thing, yet it makes it easier to have a conversation with people whose language we don't understand or who don't understand ours. So, if we go abroad to an exotic country where they might not speak English or German or any major language, this app can solve that because on the app's interface, there's one part facing our conversation partner and another facing us. We can choose a target language here too. We can select what language they speak and what language we speak, and as we talk, we can make the recording and it immediately translates what we said into their language and vice versa. So we'll see exactly what they said. This is also a truly great thing, as it will definitely make things much easier when traveling, especially if we do not know any foreign languages. So that's about it. I think everyone can clearly see that these are truly useful and practical features, and it's a relatively good and reliable device. For those, to its present, that it's really not too expensive, they're asking 17,000 forints for it, which nowadays is really small change for a technical gadget like this. Obviously, it still has some teething problems, but these are mostly not issues related to the glasses, although the camera could be better. Our phone and the artificial intelligence behind it is what could still improve a bit. And well, seeing the pace of development in recent years, it likely will. So an increasingly smart, increasingly knowledgeable artificial intelligence that can be used for more and more things will be what goes into these wearable devices. These glasses actually just provide a glimpse into what the future will be, but for 17,000 forints, it's already worth buying, especially for those who say like to travel a lot but don't know foreign languages, or for those who don't want to flip through guidebooks when they're sightseeing, but want to leave this whole thing to the glasses and the artificial intelligence, because it will also tell you everything about the given area, building, or object that happens to come before our eyes. If you like it, you'll find the link below the video where you can buy it, and the coupon code will be there too, with which you can get this 17,000 forint price. If you liked the video, then check out one of the other 2 videos appearing here next to me, subscribe to the channel, and come back, because I'll be back next week with a new episode. Until then, take care and goodbye.